Reflection is a graduate attribute that we have here at UTS, and our students are required to reflect on their practice. So this is the context that we used for our Master of Pharmacy students. I mean, reflection is very hard to teach and it's difficult to learn, but it can be done. And with the theoretical framework that underpins this tool, it's come from evidence. The tool works by using natural language processing techniques, which means that the algorithms behind the tool extract certain pieces of information that is related to the human reflection response. And those extractions are tagged up. And then the feedback comes with that tagging. So they're highlighted in different colours and different shapes, and each tag relates to different areas of reflection. So they can actually see what areas of reflection they actually fall down on. So it is actually a good tool for them to see and visualise in front of themselves. Now the output is actually very, very quick. So it's immediate output. Now when you have students that get immediate feedback, it's looking good. So they can actually self-critique once they get that immediate feedback. Okay, so basically we're going to go into AcaWriter, and we will actually copy and paste it into this section over here. And we'll get the feedback over here. There we go. There's the feedback. That's immediate feedback. So as you can see, there is a key that is situated over here, and these have different prompts. And you can see these sort of tags. There's a square tag, there's a circle tag, there's bold writing. You need a number of different learning modes when you're dealing with lots of different students. And because the tags are very easy to recognise, and they're colourful, and there's keys that protrude in this particular tool that showcases different feedback mechanisms. I mean, when you've got a number of different things going on at once, you're sort of targeting lots of different learning modes. So the little tags relate to different elements of the reflective writing process. So the blue tag here, the square, looks at the initial thoughts, feelings, reactions about a significant experience. The circle tag looks at the challenges of new and surprising or unfamiliar ideas or any problems. And the bold writing, for example, is the deeper reflection personally applied. And ideally, towards the end, we are trying to aspire to have one of these triangles, which is a shift in a perspective and how new knowledge can lead to change in some particular way. So there are lots of different things that the student can look at in terms of that that sort of feedback. Now you've got to remember, reflections, they're quite personal. There's subjective elements in the reflective process. But when I come to the summative assessment, there are objective elements. So those objective elements of reflection are transferable across all the health disciplines, and obviously across other disciplines in business, in law, in engineering as well. Also, it is something they can use many, many times on their own, have that self-critique immediately, even while they're out on placement. So I send students to rural placements, overseas placements, they have international placements, and they can still use this tool without the academic actually guiding them through the tool. So once they've got the facilities to use the tool, and it is open source here, they can actually use that tool as many times as they want. And as you can see, if there's something there that they want to change, they can come over this side and actually, in real time, change the writing on this side and then access another sort of feedback report. We're working closely to include more written feedback for each of the sections in the reflection, so they have some more written feedback comments as well. And they can also download the PDF as well. And like I said, this is a personal reflection to them. We don't see it on the other side. They can access this as many times as they want. If they feel that it's not really up to standard, we're not actually looking at that at all. What we do see is what they submit at the end of the semester through another process. So this is for formative feedback, immediate formative feedback. So when I introduced this to the pharmacy students, I gave them the option whether to use this program or not. And interestingly, they all used it, even after hours, which is quite amazing. And they found it quite valuable. So it worked well, and it's now embedded in my curriculum. So I'm finding it useful. The students are finding it useful. It is an open source tool. It's a no-brainer.